The Kennedy family went through a lot of tough times, with some members passing away too young. Assassinations, plane crashes, and a botched lobotomy. How the Kennedys' numerous tragedies fueled the idea of the cursed family. Here you can learn more about the tragic family stories of the Kennedys. Rosemary Kennedy. It all began in 1941 with Rosemary Kennedy, the mentally disabled sister of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy. Allegedly, she was subjected to a lobotomy, an operation on the brain at the request of her father. Afterwards, Rosemary Kennedy could no longer walk or speak properly. Joseph Kennedy Jr. 3 years later, Rosemary's brother, Joseph Kennedy Jr., met a tragic end when the plane he was on exploded during World War II. On August 12, 1944, while serving in the United States Navy during World War, Joseph Kennedy Jr. was killed in a plane crash. John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, who passed away at the age of 46, served as the 35th President of the United States of America. Unfortunately, he was unable to finish his term as he was shot and killed on November 22, 1963, during a campaign event in Dallas. The suspect, Lee Harvey Oswald, was himself killed a few days after Kennedy's death. To this day, numerous conspiracy theories continue to circulate about the event. His wife, Jackie, also faced her share of hardships. Jackie Kennedy. Jackie Kennedy went through a lot in her marriage to John F. Kennedy. She knew about his affairs and had 2 miscarriages in 1955 and 1956. In 1963, she lost her son Patrick just 2 days after his birth. Despite all this, she always appeared strong in public. After JFK's assassination, she married Aristotle Onassis in 1968, but their marriage wasn't happy. Onassis passed away after 7 years. In 1994, it was revealed Jackie had lymphatic cancer. She died May 19, 1994. Robert F. Kennedy. JFK's brother Robert also faced a tragic end. Shortly after his acceptance speech on winning elections in South Dakota and California, John F. Kennedy's brother Robert F. Kennedy was shot and fatally wounded. He succumbed to his injuries on June 6, 1968. His killer, Sirhan Sirhan, is still in prison today. Ted Kennedy. John F. Kennedy's brother and U.S. Senator Ted Kennedy had also been through a lot. He was involved in a plane crash, which he survived. A few years later, he crashed his car off a bridge, but survived that too. Ted Kennedy then died of a brain tumor in 2009. David Kennedy. The Kennedy family faced more heartbreak beyond JFK's time. The son of Robert and Ethel Kennedy, David Kennedy died on April 25, 1984 of a drug overdose in Palm Beach, Florida. He was 28 years old. Michael Kennedy. In 1997, Michael Kennedy, son of Robert and Ethel Kennedy, was killed in a skiing accident in Aspen, Colorado on New Year's Eve. He was 39 years old. John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. On July 16, 1999, John F. Kennedy Jr., along with his wife Carolyn and her sister Lauren Bessette, tragically lost their lives in a plane crash. At the time of the crash off the coast of Martha's Vineyard, the 38-year-old John F. Kennedy Jr. was piloting the plane himself. The departure had been delayed, it was nighttime, and visibility was poor. Additionally, Kennedy did not have his usual flight instructor by his side. It appears he may have lost his bearings over the ocean. Maeve Kennedy Mcken. In 2020, 2 more tragic deaths struck the Kennedy family. JFK's great-niece, Maeve Kennedy Mcken, and his son Gideon lost their lives in a swimming accident at the family's Chesapeake Bay estate, which leads into the Atlantic Ocean. Maeve and her 8-year-old son set out on a canoe to retrieve a ball from the bay, but unfortunately, they didn't return from their outing. Search teams discovered their bodies days later.